If you're in debt right now, you probably feel like you're running on a treadmill that never stops, making payments every single month and watching the balance barely move, wondering if you'll ever actually be free. I need you to hear this: it is not hopeless, and it is not your fault that it feels impossible, because nobody ever taught you the actual system to escape. Debt is designed to keep you paying, but there's a proven method that has pulled millions of ordinary people out of it, often years faster than they thought possible, even on a normal income. In the next few minutes I'm going to show you exactly why debt traps you, the 2 battle-tested strategies to destroy it, the 1 psychological trick that makes people actually finish, and precisely what to do tonight to start. There's a specific approach, I'll get to it in a moment, that clears debt dramatically faster than just paying a little on everything, and most people have never heard of it. By the end, you'll have a clear, step-by-step plan to become completely debt-free, and you'll finally see the finish line. Stay with me, this could be the video that changes everything. Welcome to Money Decoded. First, you have to understand why debt feels like quicksand, because once you see it, you'll know exactly how to fight back. Here's the brutal truth: the same compounding that builds wealth for investors works in reverse against you when you're in debt. High-interest debt, like credit cards, can charge 20% or more per year, and that interest is working against you every single day, even while you sleep. So when you make only the minimum payment, most of that money goes straight to interest, and barely any touches what you actually borrowed. That's why the balance seems frozen no matter how much you pay. It's not your imagination, the system is literally built to keep you paying interest for as long as possible. On a typical credit card, paying just the minimum can take over a decade to clear a balance, and you can end up paying back double what you spent. That is the trap. But here's the flip side, the empowering part: because interest is the enemy, every extra dollar you throw at your debt, above the minimum, attacks the balance directly and saves you future interest. Which means the right strategy can collapse years off your timeline. And there are 2 proven strategies to do exactly that. Let me show you both, but first, let's kill the myths that keep people stuck. Let's destroy the myths that keep people trapped in debt for years longer than they need to be. Myth 1: I need to earn more money before I can tackle my debt. More income helps, but waiting for it is a trap, because the strategy you'll learn works at any income, and every month you wait, interest grows. You can start today with the money you already have. Myth 2: my debts are too small to bother with, or too big to ever escape. Both are wrong. Small debts are exactly where you build the momentum that beats big ones, and even huge balances fall predictably once you have a system. Myth 3: paying a little extra doesn't really matter. It matters enormously, because extra payments skip the interest and hit the balance directly, and even small amounts compound your progress over time. Myth 4: being in debt means I'm bad with money, so why even try? Debt is incredibly common and usually a math and system problem, not a character flaw. Beating yourself up just keeps you frozen. Every one of these myths does the same thing: it convinces you to wait, and waiting is exactly what the interest wants. So let's stop waiting. Here are the 2 strategies that actually work. Here are the 2 proven methods to destroy debt, and this is the approach I promised you. Both start the same way: you make the minimum payment on every debt, always, and then you throw every extra dollar you can find at just one target debt until it's gone. The difference is which debt you attack first. Method 1: the debt snowball. You attack your smallest balance first, ignoring interest rates. Pay minimums on everything else, and hammer that smallest debt until it disappears. Then you take the entire payment you were making on it and roll it onto the next smallest. Debt by debt, your payment gets bigger and your momentum snowballs. Its power is psychological: those quick early wins keep you motivated, and motivation is what makes people actually finish. Method 2: the debt avalanche. Same rolling system, but you attack the highest interest rate debt first. This one is mathematically optimal: it saves you the most money in interest and is technically the fastest. So which should you choose? Here's the honest answer: the avalanche saves more money, but the snowball helps more people actually cross the finish line, because momentum beats math when it comes to human behavior. Pick the one you'll actually stick with. But before you start, there's some fine print you have to hear. Now the honest fine print, because a strategy only works if you protect it. First, and this is non-negotiable, you have to stop adding new debt while you pay it off. Bailing water out of a boat does nothing if you don't plug the hole first. That means pausing the credit cards and living on what you actually earn while you attack the balances. Second, build a tiny starter emergency fund before you go all in, something like $1,000 set aside. Here's why: without a small buffer, the next surprise expense goes straight onto a credit card, and you're right back where you started. That little cushion protects your progress. Third, remember the best method is the one you'll actually stick with. Don't agonize over Snowball versus Avalanche. If quick wins keep you going, Snowball. If you're driven by saving the most money, Avalanche either beats doing nothing. Fourth, keep paying at least the minimum on everything, always, so your credit doesn't take a hit while you focus your extra firepower on one target. Protect the plan, and the plan will free you. Now let's build yours, step by step. So here's your first move, the core system, in 3 steps. Step 1, list every single debt you have in one place, the balance, the minimum payment, and the interest rate for each. This alone is huge, because you can't beat an enemy you refuse to look at, and most people have never seen their debt laid out in one honest list. Step 2, choose your target order. If you want motivating quick wins, order them smallest balance to largest, that's the snowball. If you want maximum savings, order them highest interest to lowest, that's the avalanche. Step 3, execute the roll. Pay the minimum on everything, then throw every extra dollar at your number 1 target debt until it's completely gone. Celebrate that win, then take the whole amount you were paying on it and pile it onto the next debt in your order. As each debt falls, your attacking payment grows larger and larger, and the last few debts collapse shockingly fast. That growing, rolling payment is the engine that gets you to zero. List them, target 1, roll the payments. It's simple, it's proven, and it works. But you can make it dramatically faster with your second move. Your second move is to feed your debt attack with as much extra money as you can, because the bigger that extra payment, the faster the whole thing collapses. Think of it like this: your minimums keep you in place, but only the extra money actually gets you out, so your mission is to maximize it, temporarily. First, cut hard, on purpose, for a season. Attack the big 3, housing, transportation, and food, and pause the non-essential spending, not forever, just until you're free. Treat it like an intense, temporary mission with a finish line, because that's exactly what it is. Second, throw any windfalls straight at the debt, tax refunds, bonuses, gifts, birthday money, all of it. A single lump sum can knock out an entire debt and supercharge your momentum. Third, boost your income if you can, even temporarily, a side gig, selling things you no longer use, extra hours, and send every dollar of it to your target debt. Every extra dollar you find and throw at the attack skips future interest and pulls your debt-free date closer. Cut deep for a season, grab every windfall, add income, and funnel it all into the roll. Let's lock in your first step tonight. Let's make this real with 3 moves tonight. First, write your debt list. Every debt, its balance, its minimum, and its interest rate, all on one page. It might feel scary, but seeing the full picture is the single most powerful step, because now the enemy has a shape you can beat. Second, choose your method and put your debts in order, smallest balance first for motivating snowball wins, or highest interest first for maximum avalanche savings. Circle debt number 1, your first target. Third, find extra money for that target this week, even a small amount, by cutting one expense or selling one thing, and make one extra payment on your number 1 debt. That first extra payment, above the minimum, is the moment you stop running on the treadmill and start actually moving toward free. Write the list, pick your method, make one extra payment. If you do only one thing tonight, write down every debt in one place, because you cannot make a plan to escape a trap you've been too afraid to fully look at. Clarity is the first step to freedom. So let me leave you with the truth that changes everything. Getting out of debt is not a miracle that happens to lucky people, and it's not about suddenly earning a fortune. It's a system, a simple, repeatable system that anyone can follow, regardless of how buried they feel right now. You stop the new debt, you protect yourself with a small buffer, you list everything out, and you attack one target at a time while rolling your payments into a bigger and bigger snowball, feeding it every extra dollar you can find. Do that consistently, and your debt doesn't just shrink, it accelerates towards zero, and the last stretch feels incredible as balances vanish faster and faster. The people who get free aren't smarter or luckier than you, they just picked up the system and refuse to quit. Every extra payment is a punch, and eventually the debt goes down for good. And here's what waits on the other side: all that money you were pouring into payments becomes yours again, free to build the wealth you actually want. So don't let debt steal another year. Start the system tonight. Now, once you're free, the very next step is turning those freed-up payments into wealth, and the fastest way to do that is compound interest, which I break down completely in another video. Watch it next. So let's bring it home. Debt feels impossible because interest works against you every day and the minimums keep you frozen, but it is absolutely beatable with a proven system. Stop adding new debt, set aside a small buffer, and list every debt in one place. Then pick your method: Snowball for motivating quick wins by attacking the smallest balance first, or Avalanche for maximum savings by attacking the highest interest first. Pay minimums on everything, throw every extra dollar at one target, and roll that growing payment from debt to debt until you hit zero. Feed the attack by cutting deep for a season, grabbing every windfall, and boosting your income. Pick one move tonight, write your full debt list, choose your method, and make one extra payment on your first target. That single step gets you off the treadmill for good. Now here's your perfect next watch: the moment you're debt-free, those payments can start building serious wealth through compound interest, and I broke down exactly how that works in another video. Go see it right now and keep the momentum going. Subscribe to Money Decoded USA. Real money help for everyday Americans, no hype. I'll see you in the next one.